So with all of the recent news and rumors going around that Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia have agreed to all of the terms and the fight will be going down in December, well, hold up, hold your brakes, says Oscar De La Hoya. That's all cap according to his recent comments. But before we get into this next video, make sure that y'all hit my like button and sub to the channel if you're not already subscribed to the channel. So recently, we've been hearing a lot of rumors that Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis look like it's finally finna take place in December. Now, we've recently seen that Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis, they've been going back and forth and back on social media, on Twitter, for the past week. They've been clowning each other and all of that. But the only thing that the fans really want to see is the fight going to take place. Because we see Ryan Garcia and we see Gervonta Davis talk a whole lot of ish on Twitter and on their social media accounts all the time. They call out fighters, they do all of that, but these fights don't happen. And so we as the fans, we want to know, is the fight really going down this time? Now recently, Gervonta Davis, he came out and he tweeted to Ryan Garcia and basically said, damn, you surprised me. This time you agreed to everything that we asked for. Looks like that you really do want this fight. And Ryan Garcia, he responds and says something, to the sort of, yeah, just make sure that you show up on fight night. So with the fans seeing that, we all thinking, okay, this fight is definitely going down in December. We had heard that the two teams were behind the scenes talking to each other, but then we also had heard that the two teams had fell out and all talks, weren't going on anymore, that they weren't going to be able to come to agreement, so they was both moving on. But like I said, recently we've heard different. So it led the fans to believe that this fight is going to pop off. It is going to take place. Ryan Garcia being undefeated, Gervonta Tank Davis being undefeated, and both of these fighters pretty much knock out every opponent that they've been in the ring with. So, this is a fight for the fans, the diehard boxing fans, but it's more so even a bigger fight for the casual boxing fans. Gervonta Tank Davis just recently came out with a statement and said that he believes that himself and Ryan Garcia is the biggest fight in boxing, period. Bigger than Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, bigger than Anthony Joshua and Wilder, or bigger than Tyson Fury and Usyk. This is the biggest fight. That's what he feels. I don't have a problem with him feeling that way because it might do those type of numbers because, like I said, the casual fan base has a big interest in this fight. So, like I said, we're looking for this fight to go down in December. But pump your brakes. All of these rumors about this fight pretty much set in stone, and they just got to get a venue and date, and they both agreed on both sides to all of the terms. Well, Oscar De La Hoya says different. Oscar De La Hoya, he just came out and said, hey, I'm still waiting to hear back from Gervonta Davis's promoters. I haven't even heard anything from Gervonta Davis's promoters, right? So all of this talks that the fans are doing, saying that the fight is pretty much signed, sealed, and delivered, or pretty much agreed to. Well, how is that so when Oscar De La Hoya is coming on social media platforms claiming that he haven't even heard nothing from Gervonta Davis's promoter? So what it's looking like to me is that the two fighters behind the scenes are talking to each other, right? Their teams are talking to each other, and they've informed that, yeah, Ryan Garcia is willing to accept all of the terms that you asked for. But like I told y'all before, this fight, in my eyes, it ain't gonna happen because I can't see how Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, Leonard Ellerbe, Steven Espinoza, Al Heyman, right? How they all gonna come to agreement to make this fight pop off. And in my belief, yeah, both of the fighters want to fight, but I don't think that Oscar De La Hoya wants this fight to go down. He don't want to put his cash cow in danger like that. Now, Usually, we see this same shit happening with Gervonta Tank Davis and his promoters. They don't want to put their cash cow in danger, but Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather and the whole, TMT side and Steven Espinoza, they look at Ryan Garcia as food. They look at this as a big, big mega fight where everybody can make a lot of money, but they don't think that Gervonta Davis is at risk of losing to a Ryan Garcia. On the other hand, Oscar De La Hoya, he's admitted in the past that Ryan Garcia is not on Gervonta Davis's level. He's admitted in the past that Tank's a beast. I'm not putting Ryan in the ring with Tank. So what makes y'all think, he's changed his mind now? He doesn't want the fight. That's why I'm saying this fight is not going to take place. It's not because of the fighters. It's because of Oscar De La Hoya. And now we see that all these rumors are going around saying that the fight is pretty much going to happen. And Oscar De La Hoya is debunking all of that. He's saying, nah, I haven't even heard from Floyd Mayweather, Leonard Ellerbe, or none of Gervonta Tank Davis's promoters. So how is this fight going to happen? And I haven't even heard from the other side. And we already know what, Oscar De La Hoya was demanding. First of all, Ryan Garcia, he was demanding to fight at 140. But Ryan Garcia has accepted that this fight got to go down at 135. So Ryan Garcia is saying, hey, I don't care what weight I'll fight you at. I'll go down to 135, so I accept that. I do accept that. Now, Oscar De La Hoya and his team, they're demanding that the fight is a 50-50 split, basically, a joint pay-per-view venture with DAZN, Golden Boy, right? And then, Showtime. They got to split it down the middle and have a split venture pay-per-view. And he knows that Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather is not going to agree to that. They're not agreeing to that. And so it looks like a situation to where, to me, they're not going to be able to come to agreement because you got one side saying, hey, the fight got to be on Showtime. We'll pay Ryan Garcia his highest purse, his highest payday in his career. And we don't need the DAZN involved in it. We're going to pay their fighter and then we'll pay you guys basically, kind of money to step aside and let us deal with this situation. But on the other end, Oscar De La Hoya is saying, nah, the DAZN got to be involved in this. This got to be a split pay-per-view venture, which, as looking at it through the eyes of a promoter, I don't blame him. I'm not finna sit on the sideline and let y'all take my highest paid fighter, or maybe not even his highest paid fighter. Yeah, Ryan Garcia is the highest paid fighter over there on Golden Boy. I'm not about to sit on the sideline, right, in the event of this magnitude and let y'all just put it together and leave Golden Boy and DAZN out. Nah, we're not doing that. So I get where Oscar De La Hoya is coming from with this. If this pay-per-view is to be made, it has to be a DAZN. They got to be able to show it on their platform, and Showtime got to be able to show it on their platform, kind of like Wilder and Fury did, where you had it on, I believe it was on Fox, right? And then you had it on ESPN pay-per-view, and they just split it, right? So they're going to have to do the same thing if they're going to come to some type of agreement with Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. Now, one thing I do know is this will be a first for DAZN and Showtime. DAZN and Showtime ain't never worked together like that, especially with a fight of this magnitude. DAZN and Showtime have never come together and put a pay-per-view together. We seen when they tried to make the business work with Jamal Charlo and Jaime Munguia. What happened? It didn't work out because it was a pissing contest and wasn't nobody gonna let up off of that shit, right? You didn't have neither promotional company willing to back down and concede to the other promotional company. And like I said, man, these promoters and the politics of boxing is all a pissing contest. You know what I'm saying? Who got the bigger nuts? You feel me? Ain't none one of them gonna fall back. So I see the same thing happening for this fight. Yeah, both fighters can agree to all the terms. Yeah, I agree to fight at this weight. Yeah, I agree to take this money. But hey, at the end of the day, it's about the promoters. And we know that Leonard Ellaby, Floyd Mayweather, and Oscar De La Hoya, Eric Gomez, and DAZN, you know, all these guys, they want to be able to say that they the boss, that they the head dudes in charge. So for that reason, I don't see this fight happening. And like I said, once again, you got Oscar De La Hoya coming out and he's saying, hey, hold your brakes on all of that. I haven't even talked to Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellaby. I haven't talked to Gervonta Davis's promoters. So yeah, all of that shit is a lie. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that this fight is really gonna go down? Jump in the comments, comment on it, and hit my like button and sub to the channel if you're not already a subscriber to the channel.